Hello, your name is Ipsita?
Yes, Ipsita.
Okay, such a lovely name. What does it mean?
It means desire.
Okay, that's amazing. So, how are you?
I'm good. And what about you?
I'm also doing fine. Thank you for asking.
And I want to tell you that this is the first time I'm joining on YouTube with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I watch lots of YouTube videos, but and suddenly I came across your video, and I found it like I should join.
That's amazing, and I'm so grateful that you are having your first conversation with me. So I'm privileged. Or I'll make sure to make your experience really good.
Okay, okay. I also think so.
Mm-hmm. So before moving forward, could you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Of course. My name is Ipsita, as you know that, and I am connecting from Lucknow, UP, and I'm from UP. And I have done MTech in environmental engineering. I'm working from home in a consultancy, and I'm married and having two kids.
Oh, that's so nice. So you told me that this is your first video conversation. So before this, were you into
Correct.
some audio calls?
No, no, never.
Mm-hmm.
But I always keen to learn this language.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, I used to talk with my siblings. Like I have two younger sisters also, so we
Mm-hmm.
used to talk on WhatsApp. But suddenly it happens like everybody is busy in their
Hmm.
schedule, and we are not getting time, like exact time to talk free time.
Right.
So I thought that it would be good if I connect on YouTube, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not getting courage to connect. Like I felt that is it good to connect on YouTube or not? But uh, then I thought that I should start it.
Hmm. That is so right because when I started my YouTube channel, I was also so confused whether I should post my videos on YouTube or not because we come to know about a lot
Mm,
of things that are cons of internet, you can say. So everything has two
correct,
sides. It's
correct,
just that if you want to be there on YouTube, then you have to neglect that side, that dark side of,
right,
the reality kind of.
correct, correct.
So it's just that. So this is your
Yes,
first conversation. You might be feeling little nervous, but when you'll continue take up the conversations, you will feel better day by day. Okay.
correct. Actually, I'm excited and nervous at the same time.
That's so natural. It's okay. And when you used to talk with your siblings or practice with your siblings, do they get serious while practicing English?
No,
Because
no,
from
no,
my
no, no. We
experience,
were not correct, correct. We usually gossip in English. That's it.
hmm, right.
Like there was not a serious conversation, but sometimes we do like we pick any topic and we
Hmm.
start discussing like pros and cons of anything like.
Hmm.
But it was more or less like gossiping and chit chat type conversation.
Right, right. And it happens that they'll speak one sentence and they'll laugh it off, right? And the
Correct,
another
correct,
one,
correct,
and the conversation goes like that only. But it's
correct,
fun
correct.
with siblings.
But now these days we are not getting time to connect
Hmm.
for like 15 or 20 minutes
Hmm.
because
Right.
we all have two kids and we all are busy in their jobs and
Hmm.
kids and household chores.
Right, right. So what do you do in your free time?
My actually my second child is only 2 years, so I don't get too much free time, and
Hmm.
I'm also working from home. Like I'm a consultant in environment consultancy,
Hmm.
so when I get time, I have to do lots of official work also.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I watch YouTube videos like conversation videos, sometime podcasts,
Hmm.
and TEDx talks, etc.
Hmm. That's great. So you're watching variety of content, right? Right. But what is your area of interest? Like what is on the top?
Mostly conversational videos.
Hmm. So what do you learn from conversational videos? Do you watch it just for the entertainment purpose or you want to learn something from there?
I just get lots of words. like how to converse with anyone. Mostly,
Mhm.
like we have to converse with clients or with our colleagues. So
Mhm.
I get day-to-day conversation, like when we have to uh, converse with anyone, like we are going in schools, meetings,
Mhm.
everywhere. So when I watch these videos, I get how to start any conversation, how to start and how to continue any conversation like that,
Hmm.
and get
Right.
lots of words vocab also.
Hmm. Sometimes people are able to start the conversation, but it's so difficult at times to hold the conversation for long. So that you can learn from conversational
Correct.
videos, right? Because people
Conversation.
stretch their
Correct. Correct.
conversation to at least half an hour or more than that. So you learn from there how
Mhm.
to handle small talks and sometimes deep topics, right? So that's
Correct.
good thing. Okay, so who all do you
And
follow?
uh, I follow Karishma.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched earlier, I used to watch her channel only. Then I
Mm-hmm.
found you at her channel,
Okay.
and there are some other like there are tutors,
Mm-hmm.
Clapping Go and English Shari. So I watch their videos also, like
Mm-hmm.
conversational videos of those tutors.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So anything on your mind that you want to ask me?
Uh, I just want to ask, what do you do in your free time, like your hobbies,
Mm-hmm.
and how do you manage all these things, like
Mm-hmm.
household chores, kids, and all that?
Mm-hmm. Hmm. So same as you, even I also don't get any kind of free time that I can call a free time. So my schedule is
Mm-hmm.
also very tight. I have two kids and they are just 20 months apart. Like a younger one is 3 years old and the elder one is 5. So it's very difficult
Okay.
and both are boys. So you can imagine the kind of mess
Same here.
at my
Same here.
home. Hmm. So
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
get, but I have, scheduled my daily routine in such a way that it could be productive. For example, I take classes also. I give classes, spoken English
Mm-hmm.
classes to beginners. So these days, I'm taking two classes simultaneously. I'm not taking many classes because of some reasons. So, taking two classes simultaneously,
Mm-hmm.
one in the morning and one in the evening. And the next day, like I take classes on alternate days. So, next day I would be free. So, I take up some calls for YouTube. So, this is how I'm managing,
Oh.
but it's really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But when you make a compulsion, like YouTube is a kind of compulsion for me, and then classes are another compulsion, then you have to be there. You have to show up, right? No matter what you are doing, you have to keep everything aside and you have to be on time. So that works for me. And that helps
Mm-hmm.
me avoid procrastination as well because I'm a big
Mm-hmm.
time procrastinator. I'm so lazy as well. So that helps me keep on going.
Actually, uh, same here. Actually, I plan a lot of things at a time, like I'll do this, I'll do that. But what happens when it comes to start the things? Then I
Mm-hmm.
also start procrastinating. Like I'll do it later.
Mm-hmm.
These are the priorities. I have to do these things. I
Mm-hmm.
can do this later. But I think
Right.
the major thing is to start anything. When you start anything, then you get the courage or you get the guts to continue it.
Hmm. But you
Like
need
when
to
my
have a proper plan.
elder son was correct, correct, correct. If you are planning something, then
Mm-hmm.
only you can execute it.
Right, right.
Hmm. Like I started my job when my elder son was 3 year old, 3 years old. So earlier I was working, but when he born, so I was on maternity leave. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's 2 or 3 years. Then when I have to resume my job, then I was very nervous, like whether I'll be able to continue it or not, how I'm going to manage it. But when I started that thing, everything goes smooth,
Mm-hmm. Right.
like in flow.
You just have to polish your skills when you take a gap. After that, you just have to brush up everything. Otherwise, you're good to go. Right. So, how
Mm-hmm.
long have you been working in your
Mm-hmm.
current company?
Like it's 7 years.
7 years.
Earlier
Wow.
I was uh, earlier I used to go to office, but when my
Mm-hmm.
second child was born, I took a leave and I started working from home.
Mm-hmm. So, company provides flexibility. You can work from
Yes,
office
yes,
as well as home. So there is a hybrid culture kind of, right?
hybrid. When there are some presentations or there's some work when you need to go to the office, it's
Mm-hmm.
nearby my place, so
Mm-hmm.
I go. Otherwise, I work from home. And it's not like you have to log in the morning and log
Mm-hmm.
out in the evening. It's like they provided the flexibility, like
Mm-hmm.
you have to do this work in any time you can do
Mm-hmm.
and submit the report and all this. That's why I'm able to continue it. And
Right.
maybe within a year or two, I'll resume again, like
Mm-hmm.
started going office and all.
Hmm. So you live in joint family or nuclear family? Because you
Joint
just
family.
told, ah,
Joint.
I
Like
see
my
that coming.
in-laws are there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. And my maternal house is also in the same city. So at that time, I'm at my mother's place.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's cherry on the top. You can definitely manage your office after some years, right? As you have planned. Because you can keep your child sometimes at your maternal home and sometimes with your in-laws. So they'll also take care of them.
Correct, correct, correct. That's why I'm able to manage. Otherwise, it's very difficult to start your job and leave your kid at crèche or
Hmm.
at home with nanny. It's very difficult.
Hmm. Without help, you can't do. Because even when you will be in
Mm-hmm.
office, you will always be thinking about your home only, always be thinking about your kids only. So you are physically present but
Only.
mentally absent. So help is definitely required.
Correct.
Mm. But these days,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that you must have also noticed this thing that uh, girls or women are afraid to ask for help. Like they want to do everything by themselves only, right?
Correct.
For example, in earlier days, women are supposed to do the household chores and men are supposed to do the outside work. Like they used to go to work and
Mm-hmm.
then come back and they'll get the prepared food and everything. Like women were supposed to live at home. But these days or in this
Mm-hmm.
generation, women are doing a lot. Like they are handling the household as well as they are going out for work and then kids and everything. So don't you think that it's so overwhelming? Like they're doing a
It
lot,
is
burdening
overwhelming.
themselves.
Yes, I have seen my parents, like my mother always do all the household chores and my father usually do outside work. But I think it's about upbringing. Like if you are giving your boy also, like if you are giving him knowledge of doing household chores, like if they are doing, you are making them learn how to do household chores, then it would be easy for girls in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have seen our mothers doing household chores only, but
Mm-hmm.
these generations, girls are doing household chores and outside work.
Hmm.
Similarly, I'm not saying that lots of boys, but most of the men doing household, helping their wives in household chores also,
I don't know
and
where are
doing
they.
outside. There are a lot of not they are helping like they are not doing all the work, but at
Mm-hmm.
least they are helping.
Hmm.
If their wives are doing outside work, at least they are helping a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and making their work easy.
Right. When
But
you
maybe
have help at home, then it's good to go. You feel comfortable and you get your time as well, your time for relaxation
mhm,
as well. But I feel 80% women are struggling. They are just juggling up with so many things. And then at the end of the day,
um,
they feel completely drained up.
correct, absolutely correct. Even for the household help for the household chores, there are lots of women who don't want to help for the household chores,
Mm-hmm.
although they are not able to do it. Although they don't have stamina or something,
Mm-hmm.
like they can't do all the household chores, but they don't want to take help. Like I'll do it myself. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. She's not doing it properly, like how I
Mm-hmm.
want. So
Right,
this is
right.
also a problem.
That's the biggest problem. And that is with
And
me as well. When I was 8th month pregnant with my first baby, that time I hired a maid for cooking and everything. And then after a few days, I realized that I'll do it myself only. I'll do it better.
myself,
So it
especially for
happens.
cooking.
Cooking and even cleaning as well. I feel that they will not do as you do it, right? The way you do it, they'll not do in the same manner. They are just doing it for the formality, just for the money, for the sake of
Mhm.
money. But you do it with all
Because
your heart.
that's their
Mm-hmm.
daily work, and you are doing correct, correct. It's your house or it's a home, and you are doing it with heart, and that's their job. They are doing it regularly. So,
Mm-hmm. Even when my husband comes
mm.
for my help, then also I tell him that you better go away. I'll do it myself because these
You're
men are tend to do the work very slowly, right? They are not so quick
and
because we are habitual, so we are quick.
correct, correct, and they create lot of mess also, especially in the kitchen.
Right, right.
That's why it's better to do your work.
Hmm. So do you have the same thought process in this matter?
No, not exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think little help is always required. Like they are like in cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I do it by myself, but for
Mm-hmm.
other work like uh, for other help, I think hiring a maid or
Mm-hmm.
help is better. You get some extra time for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, for a whole day, you will be doing household chores only.
Hmm. But hiring a maid these days is also very expensive. What are the charges in
Expense.
your place?
It depends on the area. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
are living, depend on the area of your house and the
Mm-hmm.
work um, you want from them.
Mm-hmm.
That depends. And especially, it's not about the money, it's about handling them because
Mm-hmm.
it's very difficult to handle the maid these
Hmm.
days.
You know what? Earlier than this, I used to live in Dehradun, and there I saw my owner and her maid fighting like Saas and Bahu, daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. They were fighting like that.
And they are not going to leave also. Like they are fighting, and again on the next day,
Mm.
they come for the work and start doing the work like
Right.
same.
So that's exactly like daughter-in-law, right? You have to
Correct,
live in
correct,
that house
correct.
only, whether you
correct.
fight or whether you live with the kind of love, right?
Ah,
But you have to be there in that house. Neither you can go anywhere,
correct,
nor they
correct.
will just, fire you.
They will.
Right.
बिल्कुल.
Okay. So would you like to share something about your kids? How is the bonding between them?
Actually, my elder one is about 10-year old, and the second one is 2 years. So there is a age gap between them. But they have started the bonding. Like my elder kid was very happy when my second one born
Mm-hmm.
because he always wanted a sibling who can play with him and share everything with him. So he is very happy. And the second one is little notorious.
Mm-hmm.
Like the elder one was very shy and he was never been like problematic. But the second one is hyperactive kid. Like we have to run all the
Mm-hmm.
time. For he started throwing things and all that. But the
Mm-hmm.
bonding they have started sibling bonding like boys.
Right. And same was the case with me. My elder one is so reserved and he was so calm and so sincere as well. But when my younger one turned around 2 or 2.5, then my elder one learned many things from him because he's also hyperactive. My younger one is hyperactive and
Mhm.
very, very mischievous. So my elder one learned a lot
Uh,
of things from him, and now they both do all the mischievousness together. They are partners in crime.
correct,
We can say that.
correct, correct. Single child is like he if the child is single,
Mhm.
he do not make lots of uh, what we say like he always used to sit and watch TV and not
Mhm.
doing like problematic things at the house.
Mhm.
But when
Mm.
they are two, like they started doing lots of mischievous things
Mm. And they'll always do it
with each
together,
other
never alone. They'll
together.
always do it
Correct.
together. And they'll ask the other one to come with me, right? Accompany me, and let's do it together.
We'll do it together. Correct.
But it's fun to see them grow, isn't it?
Definitely. definitely. Because we were like we were also four siblings, three sisters and one brother, and my husband is only child.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually say him that it's like a fun to grow with siblings. You have missed those things.
Hmm.
So and when even when we spend time with our cousins also, it's like uh, it's like a fun.
Mm. Right. So, are you the eldest one in the family?
Yes.
Okay. Even I'm also the eldest one, but the things are different. When you are the eldest one, you have the responsibility, right? And I also feel that the elder child is always reserved and sincere,
Hmm.
and they become mature before their age. Is that
Right,
so?
right. Correct. In my case, it is like that.
Mm, it's
As
true.
as you described, it's true. Like the younger one is always extrovert type,
Mm. And they are
and
most
they used
pampered.
to say whatever they feel, pampered, and they usually say whatever they feel. But
Mm.
in the elder ones, usually like they don't want to make trouble, or they don't
Mm.
want to make others unhappy like
Mm.
this.
Right. I can totally resonate with you this time.
So, how many siblings do you have?
We are three. Me and my brother, we
Okay.
both are twins, and then we have a younger brother. So we are three. Two brothers and me.
Oh,
Mm.
only daughter
Oh,
and two sons, like
right, right.
two brothers.
And I'm the
Mm-hmm.
eldest one in my whole family, the extended family also.
Okay, okay, okay.
And
Same here,
we
right?
are just two sisters in my whole family, and all of them are boys. We are just two
All are
sisters,
boys.
the eldest one and the youngest one.
Okay, okay, okay.
Right.
So, your siblings are also in Uttarakhand or somewhere else?
They are at different places. Like I'm in Uttarakhand. My twin brother is in Almora, that is also in Uttarakhand. My
Mm-hmm.
younger brother is in Kanpur. He's in army, so he's posted there. And then my other cousins, they are also placed at different places.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
In one of your videos, you were talking about your father, like your father was in army. You
Hmm.
have an army background, right?
Right, right, right.
Okay, okay. Actually,
So,
I was in Kendriya Vidyalaya, so there are lots of students from army background mostly.
hmm. Right. I think most of the seats are reserved for army kids only. And then there is a certain
Mm-hmm.
percentage for civil kids,
Civil,
right?
correct, correct,
Hmm.
correct,
So,
correct.
are you also from an army background?
No, no, no. My father was in a central excise. Now
Okay.
he is retired.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so how is your English journey going on?
I have just started, like I told you, it's my first
Mm-hmm.
time. But
Hmm.
after that, I think I should continue it. Like
Hmm.
when I get a little time, then I used to study something like related some content in English articles or books. But what happened if I'm not getting time? I'm not able to continue it.
Hmm.
And when the flow breaks, it started. You started like
Fumbling.
you're not
Hmm.
getting words, fumbling, and all that.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
not like that. You are not. You don't know the words, but words suddenly don't come in your mind, and
Hmm.
uh, and the flow breaks.
Hmm.
So I
Right.
think I should continue it. I should
Hmm.
continue it.
Definitely. And you're not alone. It happens with everybody of us. Even when I break my consistency, then I also fumble the next day. So we have to be consistent because whatever
Mm-hmm.
we are learning, it goes to our active memory. But if we'll stop working on it, then it will go to the passive memory. But again, if we work on this, then again it will shift to the active one. So this is how it works, right? So other than
Mm-hmm.
English, any other skill that you want to acquire?
There are lots of skills that I want to acquire. Actually, I love baking. Uh, So I want to learn it also.
Mm-hmm.
And before marriage, I used to drive, but after my kids and all that, I left that also. So I
Mm-hmm.
have to resume that.
Right. So there is a lot on your list.
Correct, correct. I have
Oh,
to continue all these things.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, so I think we have been talking for long now. It's been 27 minutes. So anything else that you want to ask before we wrap up?
No, no, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice talking you. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I want to connect with you from a long time, but I'm happy that today I'm able to connect to you.
I also love talking to you, and I hope to meet you very soon. Just be consistent on your journey. And if
Yes.
you want any help from my side, then you can simply message me. I'll try to help you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
ma'am.
then. Good
Thank you.
night. Thank
Okay.
you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.